article's called Fat People Are Not Good Preppers. Now, this guy's not putting people down. He's just making a point about things. But the stereotype that fat people are not good preppers. Now, here's what he says. Everyone is a prepper, period. Emphasize, period. Point blank. We all are preppers wherever we want a minute. Not. Yes, yes, yes. I do not care who you are, what you believe. Everyone is a prepper. And after you read this, you will agree. That's right. He's got it going on, don't he? The reality is that everyone has food and supplies and stores somewhere for a duration of survival they deem necessary. I don't know about that. I think a lot of these people is used to eating out at restaurants. Their refrigerator's full of gold food. Okay, so things probably changed quite a bit on some of this. When we think of people who prep, we all too often think of those individuals that are extreme, or at least what one person might consider to be extreme. For some people believe they only need to make it until next payday and purchase their needs for that duration, and that's what most people do. I like to use college students as examples. They often live on a shoestring budget, and food and survival is based on days, and rarely do they ever think long term. Despite what many may believe, even college students are preppers. But they only are prepping for a few days or maybe a couple of weeks. They are still prepping at a smaller scale for a much shorter period of survival. Prepping is preparing. You hear that? Prepping is preparing. The only real difference is how long they plan on needing to survive. That's the whole thing. Do you feel that you need to have 3 months worth of food stocked up, or 6 months, or a year's worth? Do you feel that that you need 5 years? Some people has 5 years worth of food stocked up, but then again, you have to think about in a situation, an SHTF real situation. You got to think about the rules of God. People are gonna be trying to steal your food, so it's a lot to think on. Okay, so whether you are a seasoned prepper or a prepper wannabe, the reality is that despite your best efforts at getting ready, you really have little clue as to what you will need to survive. Every area is different, from the northern area to the southern area to the eastern area to the western area. Wherever you're living at, it is always different where you live at than it is the neighbor 50 miles down the road. Always different for some reason, somehow. So I say this because it's impossible to surmise what would be needed to survive an event that you have no clue as what it will be. If you build arena uh, like the margin line, you can quickly overrun by radiation or just an organization of overwhelming force. If you have to get somewhere to survive, what if you cannot get there? Hear that? What if you can't get there? That's something to think about. What if it's a foreign invasion? Something to think about there. And your land is overrun. Okay, you know what? Are you going to have to go in the hills? Where are you at? What are you going to do? How are you going to survive? You know, you can think about the situation on all these countries over the years, over the centuries, where they tried to clean out the other cultures or whatever by slaughtering them and enslaving them, and it didn't matter what race. I mean, a lot of them did their own people that way because they believed in a different thing than what they believed in. So, you know, what if there's a blast of radiation that it is contaminated? What if? What if? What if? It's a lot of what ifs. I just got where I just take it one day at a time the best way I can. And if something happens, it happens. And I want to try to be as prepared as I possibly can. Never can be totally prepared. I mean, I don't have a lot of things I would like to have. And maybe down the road I will. But the thing is, you never totally 100% prepared. You never know what's going to happen. what I'm trying to say is that if a person truly wants to be a prepper and prepare for the future of destruction they know is coming their way, then they better do something to get their body ready, because it will not matter how many cans of beans they have if they cannot move their own body weight for a distance needed to be able to survive the next day. Now, he's kind of putting fat people down. Now, the point is, he has got a point there. I'm a built person. I'm heavy set. I'm not huge. Let me put that away. Uh, I have my physical limits, but I also try to eat reasonably well. I try to get some exercise in. I try to take care of myself. But what he's talking about also is these people who are like 400 pounds, is what he's referring to. This is what he's referring to also. And even a person that's my size, he's referring to as well. Uh, I'm a big built person. Can't help it. I'm not no bigger than a toothpick. But the thing is that this is what he's talking about, is heavy set people. So that they don't make good preppers. But I'm gonna tell you what, they actually do. A lot of them does. But they also have other people in their community to work with them in that situation. Uh, he says I'm not telling you not to prepare. I'm just waking you up to the reality, of course. And then he's talking about his body, guaranteed, and will have whatever comes your way. I am so tired of seeing all preppers nonsense, an individual that has spent their entire life and fortune getting ready for some whacked out danger they just know is coming their way, and yet have a belly that is hanging over their belt. Okay. My belly ain't too bad. Nah. But I have seen some of them that is rather extended. But the thing is, like I said, a lot of it is once people get more mature in years, their metabolism just really does suck. So who knows? Maybe the overweight person might be the one to survive, not the one that's in the tip top shape. Who knows? I can't say yay or nay on that part since I'm not a skinny mini. I used to work out regular until physical things just got to the point it made it hard for me to do what I used to do. But it doesn't mean I don't do it still. He talks about the truth is that if you have 1,000 guns and 1,000,000 bullets, they will not do you a bit of good if you cannot carry the weight of one rifle and one pistol with ammunition and a bug out bag for a 50-mile track. I tell people I've got trails I want to go on. I've been working myself, building myself, trying to heal myself. But there is people out there who does not do this. They do not do the hiking, the trail. They talk about it and they have it, but they do not do any of this. But also to defend it, some of them are physically limited. Physically limited. Some of them has severe arthritis damage or whatever other reason. Some of them are wheelchair bound. Some of them deterioration of bone structures, whatever. One of the gentlemen, he said that eventually he's going to end up in a wheelchair. His back is going out. But he's got a family support. He's got a group of people that are preppers that support him. They work together and they value his insight and his knowledge. So just because he's not going to be able to do that 50 miles does not make him it doesn't make him not a good prepper, because it does, because his knowledge is going to help the others to get through things that they do not know about. The human body is the one thing that I see most people ignore in their effort to get ready for their end of the world. America is so full of people who, if the world were to end tomorrow and they had to move their body weight any distance day after day, they would literally die in the process. And he's talking about non-preppers, basically. He's talking about these non-prepper type of people, basically, that I seen this one episode. I seen previews. I seen it, but it was a comedian, and he was showing what all he ate. They did X-rays of his heart and everything. The amount of food that he consumed in one setting. The amount of food. What he would consume in one setting would basically take me a week to be able to eat it. If I'm lucky, I could eat it all, and then I probably won't have so part of it out. But he could eat that all in one setting because he consumed that much food. So that's what he is talking about. He's not necessarily just talking about all those who are prepping. He's also talking about non-preppers alike. Um, if you are looking to the internet for all the best gear to survive the end of the world, I suggest you hit the pause button. If you are not a healthy weight, he says a healthy weight. Here's what it says, healthy weight, period. It does not matter what you have, what you do not have. If you cannot get your ass over the wall, you hear him say, if you cannot get your ass over the wall, or walk down the road, that's what it says. If you are carrying around a gut full of fat, do you really think you will be able to survive? Do you? Do you? Do you? I want to tell you, I've seen some heavy set people out here every day walking. They walk miles every day. I've worked with people who are heavy set and they physically work like a son of a gun, but they're huge. The problem is some of them is thyroid issues, some of it's health issues. A lot of them, they just eat a lot of things they shouldn't be eating, but it doesn't mean they can't hold their own. A lot of them can't. I got news for you. If the world ended and society crashed and it was truly all about survival, do you really think for a moment that anyone is going to slow down for the fat person? I don't know. Would you slow down for the fat person? Would you leave that fat person behind? I think that depends on the situation. I think that a lot of that will depend because I'm going to tell you what, in a survival situation, if SHTF happens tomorrow, that fat person is not going to be fat very long because what's going to happen is the potato chips are gone, the restaurants are gone, the junk food is gone. He is going to burn so much calories every day walking. This man is going to be walking 10 miles a day or 20 miles a day or whatever. And in a matter of time, his weight is going to be gone. He's going to be physically in good shape because he has no choice in order to survive. If he doesn't do it, he's not going to survive. It's just not going to happen. And the weight is going to go. So it's just going to happen. Okay, so, so he's sitting there saying, you better lose the obesity because it will literally slow you down at the end of the world. And the end were to come, nobody will slow down for you. Nobody will care. Nobody. They will just take what you have and leave you to die because that is Darwin's pure and simple. That's a catch-22 question. Depends on who the person is in your group. It could be a son, it could be a parent, it could be a brother, it could be a daughter, it could be a cousin, it could be a niece. Depends on a lot of things. I mean, it's just a lot. Like I said, that person ain't going to stay heavy very long. It says, if you want help, I can help. I used to be a very overweight and I decided to just get healthy. I am not so buff guy that lifts weights. I just am a guy that used to be very fat and decided it was time to take care of my life. It says, if you want to stop all the diet nonsense, all the bullcrap diet pills, and just learn how to lose weight and get healthy in a safe manner, reach out for help. I do not bite and I do answer my phone. He has an ebook here, it says, and it's called, his name is Keith Quackenbush, right here. Said he will answer his phone. I gotta call this man and talk to him one day. I need to really talk to him. But his number here says, Call or text, it all works. He's got a Keith qubush at gmail.com. So it's, you know, you might want to check him out. I'll type it in on my thing here. You tell me what you think. Is he picking on people who are got limits? Is he making a good point? Is he overstepping his bounds? Tell me what you think on it. He's got good points about it that we do need to take better care of ourselves. And he's got good points on the obesity because I have seen people with severe obesity that they cannot move around. And I mean, I see them get on the buggies and everything, and I see them literally chow down. And I'm not petite myself. But the thing is that at least I'm aware of my medical limits and I try to take care of myself the best I can. And the truth is that if I was with a group and I was slowing them down and they needed to get ahead for whatever reason, if there was some marauder or something coming, I would tell them to leave me behind. I'm not going to sit there and beg for them to wait on me. I want to tell them, go on, leave me behind, and I'll take care of myself. And if they want to kill me, they'll kill me because I'm not going to risk the life of those others to stay behind and wait on me. That's just how it is. So this is Life Prepper. I want you to be safe, be happy, bless you all, and send me some response, please.